super cool is that when you get older and you go to therapy and you heal your relationships with yourself and other people and your body in particular, I never would have been out in public in just a sports bra ever. and so, and I think a lot of times it's because, especially because I'm in the health and fitness world, and physical therapy world, that there's a lot of pressure for people to look a certain way. Because if you don't look lean and toned and big muscles and all that kind of stuff, then your knowledge isn't good, or you're not dedicated, or if you don't have self-control because of the way you look, because you might not be as ripped or as lean, then how could you help anybody else? But in reality, I will say, I am the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life, and I am the healthiest I've ever been in my entire life. When I was 40 pounds lighter than this, I might have looked decent and was maybe stronger at per ratio of my body weight, but I didn't sleep. I had anxiety. I had horrible migraines. I was in an abusive relationship that I had no self-worth. I had terrible gut issues, and working a job that was like the traditional PT run-of-the-mill type of place. And so it's safe to say I was miserable. And I've gained weight since that time. However, I don't have migraines anymore, and if I do, it's maybe once every few months, but not very often. I sleep much better. I poop every day, and they're good poops. I don't have as much pain. I'm much happier, and everyone else around me is happier. And know that, yes, I could probably lose a little bit of weight for majority of reasons. However, right now, I'm feeling good mentally and physically. Yes, my body is holding on to extra weight. However, there's probably a reason for that, and I have to keep working on that aspect of my life, of that mental component where I can't connect my worth or my health to what I look like or how much I weigh. So it's just a food for thought. Another thing about like I was saying about being a certain weight and objectively based on my symptoms and how my everyday life goes and my blood work, and all of that looks good despite gaining the weight. Something else that I've noticed too is that even though, yes, my belly might be a little bit bigger than quote unquote most healthy people would have, but my core is fucking strong. The reason why it looks this way is, yes, there's excess weight there, but I can deadlift over 250 pounds. I can squat over 200 pounds. I can clean 145 pounds. And that is why I like my big core. My core protects me. It protects my uterus. It protects my vital organs. It's strong. I can do this while talking to you. My pelvic floor is happy because I'm not clenching my abs and my diaphragm all the time. So I'm not clenching my pelvic floor as often. I used to. I still struggle with that. But this Buddha belly allows me to do a lot of shit and feel good about it. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to, again, my Buddha belly and my strength and my healing of relationships with myself and with other people is that I have also, despite gaining weight, have healed a lot of aspects of my relationship with food. And like a lot of people my age, have struggled with orthorexia type symptoms. I was not diagnosed with orthorexia. I think if I didn't catch it early enough and go to therapy, probably turn into something like that. But when I didn't have like bananas for 5 years, and bananas are delicious, because I was worried about too much sugar in them. Or I didn't have rice because it wasn't paleo. And I was miserable. And both mentally and physically. And now, as you see my cooking videos, I eat what I want, and I'm mindful of it though. Like, if I know I'm gonna have a bagel, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast because I'm really hungry in the morning, then I'm gonna make sure I have more vegetables later on in the day. Because yes, bagels have fiber, not as much as vegetables, right? And maybe that's a sign too of like what needs are not being met in my life, and am I trying to use food to do that, to take care of those needs without actually taking care of those needs. And so I'm really happy about that I can live more freely around food, not binge as much, not restrict so much. And that's also really, really healthy too. I think what's really hard about a lot of people's mindsets of there's only one way to do things, that's just not the case. There's so many ways to be healthy. There's so many things that we can do to be healthy. And it's trial and error. One of my therapists that really helped me with my food things is that she was like, it's all data. Let's look at how you're feeling in and around food and then help us make decisions. And for me to say that now blows my mind. It's really cool.